Today's beer of the day is going to be the Ranger IPA from New Belgium Breweries. Great IPA, one of my favorites. Can't complain about that. Great beer for a hot summer day. Iron Priest, you know, he's pretty much the same. I think he got a slight point increase. He went from 50 to 55, and everything else is pretty much the same. Putting him on a Thunderwolf actually went up 5 points. So again, that sucks. And that, you know, for a character with just one wound, put him on a Thunderwolf does give him 2 wounds, does increase his toughness. He does get a free Thunder Hammer, which is cool. And Runic Armor now has a 6-up invuln, which isn't bad. So, you know, it is what it is. Nothing super. I love that old model. I still have him. It's one of my, I think it's the only one that I have from original painting, like back in the early 90s. Servitors, no big deal. We'll skip those. All right, so Wolf Scouts basically came in line with the other Scouts, with the exception of they have a better ballistic skill than normal Scouts, because they're not new recruits. They're seasoned. They just don't like being in power armor anymore. So this Scout armor, bolt gun, bolt pistol, frag, crack grenades, acute senses, counterattack, infiltrate, Wolf Scouts only. So that's important. You can't be throwing your Wolf Guard in here and imagine, you know, hook it up to infiltrate. Move through cover, Wolf Scouts only, and their Scout move. So, you know, the big deal here is camo cloaks and sniper rifles and other, you know, shotguns and stuff that you had before. So basically they're the same. They went down 1 point, which I'm cool with. I actually love my Scouts, so I'm excited about that. I wish that you could have a Wolf Guard pack leader and Scout armor. I think that would have been cool. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do that. So that kind of sucks that you can't get that leadership bump, but I guess, you know, they got to do what they got to do. So I'm gonna leave it alone. So I love my Scouts. Now the Lone Wolf, I think, got better. I mean, first off, who doesn't like Lone Wolves? They're just so wolfy. You can't complain about them. 20 points, same as that. Their options are pretty much the same. Now, a lot of people are saying that you couldn't do a Storm Shield and a Wolf Claw. The way this is built out, you know, if a Terminator armor is chosen, may only take items from the Terminator weapon list. When I open this up, any model may replace his Storm Bolter with one of the following. So, bam, Wolf Claw. Any model may restore his power weapon within the following, bam, Storm Shield for free. So I don't know what people are talking about online, that you can't have your Wolf Claw Storm Shield guys. I guess you can't have your Chain Fist guys, but I mean, I never did that anyway. So I guess the Chain Fist guys people were upset about. But still, you know, a free Storm Shield, that's awesome. I mean, so you're talking about this guy comes on the board for 50 points. You buy him, that's with a Terminator armor. You throw in there a Combi Plasma or a Wolf Claw, 65 points. You can re-roll his attacks. He's got a 5-up. He's got a 3-up invulnerable. He's awesome. Feel No Pain, Monster Hunter, Glorious Death, Pack of One, Eternal Warrior, Fearless. And the cool thing about it is they don't take up a slot. For every wolf, you can have one Lone Wolf for every troop choice of unit of Wolf Guard or Wolf Guard Terminator. So I mean, that's awesome. I mean, you're talking about you can have packs of Lone Wolves. I know that doesn't make any sense. I'm liking that. I'm liking the Lone Wolf fluff. I mean, he always took up a elite slot. I never really liked that, so now you can do whatever you need to do. Dreadnoughts are awesome, and no real complaint there. They went down 10 points, and I think pretty much everything else is the same for them. They can, you know, of course, take a drop pod. And you can take Venerable, which is a 25-point upgrade, which is also cheaper. It used to be a 60-point upgrade. So Space Wolves, like Dreadnoughts again. It's cool. We know one of the first Dreadnought characters. I don't know why we went away from Dreadnoughts and gave it to Blood Angels, but they're back with a vengeance, and they're awesome. And we can have a Great Axe and a Blizzard Shield for 25 points. So the Blizzard Shield is a 3-up invuln in your front armor and 3-up invuln in hand-to-hand, because of course hand-to-hand is always front armor, even if it's rear. So That's pretty cool. And the Great Axe is strength 2, strength time 2, AP 2, master crafted. So that's going to be cool. So you're talking about, you know, 3 attacks on the charge with that thing, you know, re-rolling one of them that you're probably going to miss, and that thing is going to strike home. So cool, digging it. I'm happy to see the point reductions. We'll probably be seeing a lot more dreadnoughts. I know I bought 3 and I've got like 4, so I want to do something crazy. All right, Murder Fang. We talked about Murder Fang in the podcast. He's awesome. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play with something called Murder Fang. He is Furious Charge, It Will Not Die, Rampage, and Rage, and Murderlust. Comes in a drop pod. 3 hull points, 12, 12, 10. Weapon skill 5, strength 6. He's got his Murder Claws make him strength 7. And he's got Furious Charge, so he is, on the charge, he is strength 8. So he will be insta-killing Marines pretty well. Awesome. We're moving on. Wolf Guard, you know, these guys stayed the same. They're the same amount of points. I don't really see much changing with them, with the exception of their bikes went down dramatically in price. You're talking about 3 points for a jump pack, which before it was 25 points, and 7 points for a bike, which before was 35 points. I mean, that is crazy talk. And I never used to, you know, nobody ever used to put Wolf Guard with bikes or jump packs or anything like that because of that. So this is more in line with your Stern Guard or Vanguard type prices, which is cool. Counterattack, they should know no fear, all that other good stuff. They can have a Razorback, drop pod, Storm Wolf, Land Raider Crusader, Land Raider Redeemer. I think we're gonna see a lot more Wolf Guard, which I'm happy with because I have too many Wolf Guard. I actually have a entire Wolf Guard army that I used to play, not just Terminators, but also in Space Marine armor. So I'll be looking forward to those guys as well. In regards to the ranged weapons and melee weapon list, the points are pretty consistent, with the exception of the Combi Flamers went up, and most of the other weapons stayed within the same prices as before. So the Combi weapons did, you know, take a you know, increase in points, which kind of sucks, but, and some things like the Thunder Hammers took a point increase as well. So we'll figure that out. Terminators. Now this is the big deal. This is a substantial decrease in points. All right, so the base price of the 18 plus the 15 points for armor is still 33 points. That hasn't changed. But stuff like this, Thunder Hammer and Storm Shield, which I love, is 15 points, where before it used to be 30 points. So that is a huge difference in the cost of one of my favorite units, which is the Storm Shield and Thunder Hammer Wolf Guard Terminators, which sometimes I didn't even play my Wolf Guard Terminators. I would ally in, you know, another chapter to use their things because I wouldn't break them up anyway. So that's going to be a lot more in line. I'm really happy with that point reduction. It makes Wolf Guard Terminators worth having. So plan to see those. ARJAC, pretty much the same as before. He still has an Eternal Warrior, which is cool. Still has his Foe Hammers, Anvil Shield, that works the same. The only difference is he has to be attached to a Wolf Guard unit, and he also took a substantial point reduction. So you're talking about before he cost approximately 188 points, and now he's 115 points. So again, and there's no real, you know, he's still stubborn. He still has the Anvil of Fenris. He can still reroll failed hits and taking the part of the challenge. So I think is better. The shield gives him Eternal Warrior and Hammer of Wrath. So everything is pretty much the same with him. No big issues with that. So I'm still pretty happy with him because he was like a must-have. I loved him as a character. I love his model. So I will be seeing a lot more of him with a significant point reduction.